What's going on, guys? My name is Todd. Welcome to Shippy Drift. Today we are going to be working on, and I'll be showing you and kind of introducing you to my daily slash other project car. I don't like to call it a project car, but project car. Stick around, check it out, stay tuned. In a second, I'll be there. This is my 1990 R31 Skyline Executive. The story for this car kind of comes about before this car even existed. I had an old red R31 in exactly the same trim. So it was a 1990 Executive, it was red, Series 3, all that sort of thing. That car kind of really kicked me into my, passion for drifting and doing skids and just being a straight up hooligan. I did heaps of skids on the street in it. I lost my license for 2 years in that car. It went to the wreckers once I bought the wagon, stripped it, pulled everything out of it, put it in the wagon. Wagon became the track car. We all know about that, blah, blah, blah. This car came about once I got my license back after losing it for so long. An R34 four-door came up, was crashed. It was NA, manual, pretty badly written off. Got it for very cheap. I originally just bought that car to strip, get all the parts off it and just sell it. But it kind of brought up a good opportunity to build a daily and build another cool street car that I could cruise around in, because that's what makes me happy. And my girlfriend Caitlin, she was really supportive and she helped me out a lot with it. She pretty much she owns this car as much as I do. She's put just as much as time and effort and money into it as I have. So yeah, we bought the 34, we bought this. My friend of mine just had this there, and it was exactly the same as the old red car. It was a 90 model, it was an Executive, it had the brown interior, it was red, it was beacon red, so it was just perfect. Absolutely perfect for us to do another project into, which then brings the name of this car, Red Car V2. It's very basic, very simple. It's the second red car. This build ended up taking about a year. Not for any reason, we were just like taking our time with it, making sure that everything was done like really perfectly. It was going to be a daily, so you kind of wanted the wiring and everything to work as it would from factory, which it does. Got my mate Hillman to help me out with the wiring. He's a frippin' whiz with that sort of stuff. Big ol' shout out to him. We got everything working. The tacho, we got fuel, temperature, aircon. It all works as you would expect from a factory R31. Mods on the engine, we've got just some, I guess, random extractors on there. Like a hot air intake, split-fire coil packs, which just kind of all came with the car. I didn't even know that they were coming with the R34. They were just on there and they were just a bonus. It's got the usual with your S13 BC Gold coilovers. I got R32 GTST 4-pot brakes on the front, which bring this thing up really well. They stop it awesome, even with the stock R31 Master. What else have I done? A few things to keep it like nice and comfortable as a daily. I've done sound deadening through the whole thing, through the roof, on the floor, in the doors, in the boot. It's kept it nice and quiet for just cruising around. I've got like a 4-channel amp in there, 4 speakers, Bluetooth head unit. It's got 3.9 diff gears in it, and I've put a mini spool in it because, it can't be a daily if you can't skid it whenever you want to. Caitlin has been learning how to drift in this thing, which is really cool to watch. She's like advanced so quickly with this car. She's been to a wet pan. She does great. And the car's been so reliable. Like, it has never let us down. It just keeps going. It just keeps banging along. The amount of abuse and stuff we give it, it's great. It's awesome. I absolutely love this car. It's probably my most favorite car that I've built. It's just super nice to drive. It sounds really good. We've got like a 3-inch exhaust system on it, which, people are like, oh man, NA, it's got to have a 2-inch, 2.5-inch exhaust on it. Anything bigger? Nah, stuff that. You don't need that stuff. Big old 3-inch on there. It's got a resonator and like a straight through muffler on it. You can have a little bit of a listen to it right now. On the interior side of things, these Series 3 Executives came out with a brown interior, which I don't really mind the look of. They look quite good. They suit the era of the car. But this interior came up for literally free off a mate of mine, Ethan. Shout out to Ethan, he's a mad dog. Gave it to me for free. It came with a car with like 70,000 kilometers on it, so it's like absolutely immaculate. Like, it's really nice. And we got like the whole thing. Probably my favorite part about this car is this steering wheel. my girlfriend Kaylin. I've mentioned that she's absolutely incredible, and she continues to be incredible. She bought me this for our 3-year anniversary. It's a Grip Royale steering wheel with like custom, I'll try and get a photo, I'll try and get a shot of it, with custom cherry blossom engraving in it, as well as my initials engraved into it. This cost a fair bit of money, but she really wanted to get me something that kind of personalized this car and kind of made it stand out from the crowd a bit, which is awesome. I absolutely love this steering wheel. It's so cool. It will stay with me till the day I die. I bloody love it. Here's a little shot of the engine bay. Nothing special really. Got my little hot air intake. Swift high call packs. Some extractors on there, like some no-name ones. They're blue. What we are going to be doing with Red Car V2. Red Car V2 today is, I've been telling you how reliable it is, but it has an issue. It's had an issue for the last couple of months where it has kind of like a dead spot in the rev range. Kind of like if you're going slow, you put your foot down. It has no response. It has no response at all. The mid-range is just woeful. Once you get to the high, it's fine. It feels as it did before it had this issue. Issues could be, I fiddled with the timing a bit. It was at 25 degrees, we put it to 15, didn't really do anything. Cleared some codes on the ECU with a computer, didn't really do anything. People are saying it might be AFM, which kind of makes sense. I kind of forget that I've had issues with cars in the past. And I'm like, oh my god, I've never had this issue before. What could it be? Yeah, when I've literally had this issue before. I had an issue with one of my old R31s where the AFM was fried and the mid-range was just woeful. Like this. No mid-range. Top range was alright, but the mid-range was just bad. It just felt doughy and awful like this is. So people said AFM, and I'm like, of course it's the AFM, idiot. You've done it before. So I'll take that off. I'll give it a clean before I go forking out $100 on a new pink label AFM. One other thing that it could be, which does make a bit of sense, is it could have jumped a tooth on the timing belt. It could have jumped a tooth on the timing belt. There it is. So I'm gonna pull the timing cover off. We're gonna do a how-to video. How to pull the timing cover off an RB25 Neo. Tune in soon for what you're gonna get. Boop, 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 boop. The dude who told me it could have been the tooth jumping, he said it's most likely going to be the top, like one of the cam gears. It could have jumped a tooth. So we only need to pull the top of the timing cover off. RBs have split timing covers, as probably a lot of you know. The top one, we've got a bolt here. We've got a bolt here. They're both 10 mils. There are 2 more underneath. I'll set up a little tiny time lapse of me doing this, just pulling it off. But it looks like we got to pull this the cast off as well. So cast off again. The 3 10 mil bolts, as well as this plug, and there's like a little clip down here. See if we can get some focus in here. There is no light. Like a clip. Is it? Oh, there we go. Look at that. Boom. How to. This wire. Yes, it's on the front of it. You can't see. You can't see it. This wire here. We've got to unplug that. Pull it out there. Let's do that right now. Let's do it right now. Look at that, done. Boom, plug undone. I'll get some tools, we'll undo some stuff. Okay, so timing case, timing cover off. There's a 5th bolt in the middle. There's a 5th bolt in there, not just 4. I'll get under. I'll turn the crank to line up these dots, the timing. I think that's how we all work it out. Maybe I should Google it. Who knows? Oh, halfway through I realised that my mum got me this for Christmas. It's great. I love it. It's so good. I don't have to ratchet. I just hit the button and it does it. Brilliant. So I turned the crank. And now I've got these little markers here. Where are we? Oh, there we go. There. White mark, little dot there. Lined up with there perfectly. Dot here. Lined up there, lined up perfectly. I'm guessing that is where you're gonna line them up for. So by the looks of it, it's not out of tooth, which is disappointing. I wanted it to be something very particular. So that I can be like, that's it, let's fix it. I'm gonna Google it really quick just to make sure that that is correct. I'll be back in a second. Had a quick Google. It seems to be fine. The crank marking lines up where it should at the bottom on the harmonic balancer. The two markings on the cam gears line up perfectly as well. So I don't think anything's out physically. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the AFM off. I might give it a clean with the contact cleaner and see if that can make any sort of a difference. I might have to go down to Super Cheap and get some contact cleaner. I'll do a little time lapse of me pulling the AFM off. I am back from Super Cheap Auto. I got some mass airflow sensor cleaner. Seems to be quite specific to cleaning this. I mean, it doesn't look dirty, but what is dirty when it comes to stuff like this? I have no idea, so let's just give it a bit of a spray. I'm just like, there's this little hot wires there. I don't know if that's focusing or not. In the middle there, that's what gets dirty. So I'm just gonna spray the crap out of it. AFM is cleaned, so I will put that back on as well as putting the timing case back together. I will just do a time lapse of me doing both of those things. AFM is back on, timing case back on. I left the ratchet on the crank, so luckily I actually remembered to take that off before I tried to start the car. Ha, that would have been great. I'm just gonna take it for a drive. I'm gonna try and set up the camera to come along for a drive with me, but I don't know, depends if I can or not. You'll find out, that's for sure. We'll talk to you in a second. I was able to set the camera up kind of in the car to come along for a drive. I don't know what the audio is going to be like with the driving and the car running, but we'll see how we give a little test here. Just going up this hill, get a bit of load under it. I don't know. I have no idea, hey. It's feeling like I kind of fixed it, maybe. Okay. No, that feels heaps better. Wow, alright. I was not expecting this to work out this well. I was not expecting this to fix it. Okay. So I think the issue's sorted. I mean, I cleaned it with the AFM cleaner. I then put it all back together. I took it for a drive, and it seems to be working really well. It doesn't feel like it's got that flat spot anymore. Heaps more responsive. I am blown away. I didn't expect that to work. I didn't expect you just spray some cleaner in there and it fixes it up. It makes sense. Like, it was just rain too rich. The car did start to backfire a little bit on decel a little bit more than it used to as well, so that should have been a bit of an indication. It's rich. So yeah, it kind of fixed it. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, 100% this is what did it, but I'm pretty damn sure. It feels heaps better. I'm gonna give it another couple of drives, and for now, she's all sweet. That's it for today's episode. What a great little thing. I didn't expect I didn't expect us to, I didn't think we'd fix it. I didn't think we'd fix it, honestly. I thought it was going to be a much bigger process with replacing parts or fault finding, all that sort of stuff that everybody hates. But yeah, we fixed it. Congratulations, everybody. It's all you guys. It's not me. It's all you guys. You guys did this. You guys put this all together, Anyway, end of the episode. Next episode you'll see, I'm filming it tomorrow actually, is we're welding a diff in a Corolla, in a KE70 or AE71 Corolla with 4H. It's Noah's new car. It's a little Corolla wagon. It's pretty cool. He's going to come over, we're going to weld his diff so he can do some sick dories. Also, Halfway Hangs is in like 2 weeks. So me and Caitlin are going to that. A lot of the dudes are as well. It's a good old time. I haven't been there in a couple of years, so I'm pretty keen to go. We'll be getting red car ready for it. We got some painting to do. I want to buff it. I wouldn't mind getting some S13 lower control arms to push the track out in the front a little bit more, make it a little more aggressive. When we get there, I will be like sacking it, lowering it once we get there, just to cruise around Valor car park like an idiot. So yeah, you'll get video on Noah's car doing the welded diff, video on us working on the red car. Actually, there's probably going to be a fair few videos of us prepping red car for Halfway Hangs. And also, I will be doing full feature-length Halfway Hangs videos. I'll be trying to do like each day filming and doing some, I guess you could still call it vlogging of the event, which should be pretty fun. So hit the like, hit the subscribe if you want to check that ish out. Till next time, catch ya.